Now, 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 win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. Now is win. That's why now backwards is one. Now how? Now why is how you get God. Now how it is that you get God. How it is that that's God is when you make that one, right? When that one is made by, of course, the omnipotent, right? The omnipotent. You know what I mean? Which is omnipotent, yes? Which that means all powerful. Anything that is power is all power, right? Or being that energy in itself is source consciousness, yes? Which is God, right? Now, God is a word, though, okay? And God not only is a word, it's a new word, right? And the very word, term, phrase, God backwards is something, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's just a coincidence. How now is one backwards. Yeah, I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't want to be disrespectful whatsoever. However, you do see images mirror flip before your brain turns it around in your mind. For one, that means that you hear everything backwards, right? That's why if you play a record backwards, some of the most darkest, you know what I'm saying, sinister type, angry music that has been made, you play that record backwards, bro. It's literally gonna be a spiritualistic experience, right? A reverse spiritualistic experience specifically. That's just a whole nother topic right there, as far as the senses, right? As far as the experience, as far as the association, as far as the extension, right? No one thing is anything without its complete polar, and that's the part, right? God in himself, in herself, is duality to a certain extent. No, two. That's not all it is, but it absolutely also includes that. And this is undeniable. This is irrefutable. This is not speculation. It's mere appreciation, right? For the holiness in everything, and that everything is God. And everything is good, and that everything is God. There's nothing that exists outside of God. Is the part. So that's first of all the main explanation as to how or what God is. God is any and everything. Okay? Now there are degrees of elements of godliness in particular manifestations of the full of what the omnipotent top dog God is. Yes, and you can name it what you like. However, that's the point of what I'm getting to. When one and one come together, they say 1 and 1 is 2. No, 1 and 1 don't make 2. 1 and 1 make 3, and that's the sacred geometry in itself. That in itself is divine mathematics, supreme mathematics. Right? And it's not even just 1 and 1, it's 1 times 1 making, because you have to have 2 sides in order to complete their existence even as a person, which is to procreate. Yes, not recreate, which is recreational, but procreate. Okay? Because recreational, that's leisurely. Okay? Recreational, that's optional. That's casual. It's not an option. If you want to continue to live, if you have not awakened and also mastered, first of all, we shouldn't be having no kids till we mastered all first anyway, right? Just like you can create a baby, but two parts, not necessarily halves, because they're 2 wholes, then multiplying within to 1, making a new, fresher, right? However, you can manifest, you can conjure any existence, any entity through the power of sex magic, through the power of two minds on the same accord, right? And it's very evident in the fact that in order to even name this particular entity that would be created, which you would be doing otherwise, alternatively, if you don't just let nature control the connection, right? If you decide, when you decide completely, then you can intentionally direct what you want to happen, the manifestation, right? Now, true enough, I mean, a baby might pop out of it. To be honest, I thought my daughter into existence. I know the moment that I decided to have her. Right? Now, it took sex to do it. Yes, of course. You know what I mean? And had we not done whatever we had done the way we done it, then it probably would have been a lot less possible, because of course there is a process involved that is absolutely necessary. However, a baby is not always the result, right? The same power that results in that is omnipotent in itself. Right? Just think about it. That's where we come from, right? So that's why I'm not really with the whole demonizing of it. That's why I'm not going to stubbornly and ineffectively refute or protest, because I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad chilling. Like, at the same time, if that's something that you feel like you want to even argue with me, then I feel bad about that. Not for you, but I would never remind you that you not chilling like we could be chilling. That wouldn't be wise to do, because it's not going to help you. What's going to help you is you being able to feel that energy, right? That's the only way for you to even connect, to make the connection, is for you to get a taste, for you to, you know what I mean, for you to be able to, through a natural process, be able to find your way through it and to it, on it and with it. Okay. Now, as far as Mali, yeah, I said I want you, and we already had a boy, so I said this one's gonna be a girl, and I know the difference of what it feels like to make a boy and a girl in my heart, because I'm an artist. Okay. Now, sure enough, you came out and you was a girl, right? Just like your grandmama, Miss Rady, Olivia Marie Deantignac is her name. Reedy, Reddy Reedy, that's what they call her, right? Now, she was an amazing person, okay? Now, she was an amazing person because she had no shame, but she had not much to be shameful for. You understand? Now, that's the difference, right? You got a motherfucker who will save face, but really inside they want to do illicit, immoral things, but they just don't want to be known for doing it. And that's worse than just doing it. That's fucking worse than just doing it. It's not worse, but it's just as bad. You know, it's better not to do things, because you'll come around and you know the taste for it will leave you. But the more you judging anyone else, the more you really fucking yourself over, to be honest, if that's the case, right? You should want to do it out of the love for goodness, out of the love for purity, out of the love for the experience, out of the love for growing, of knowing yourself, knowing your true self. Because the part about it is the human spirit is not bad. It becomes corrupted through this system, but even that is crafted and fashioned the way it is for an unnatural reason. And these are the facts. Okay, now it's not nothing I'm gonna argue with you about, because if it's not nothing that you know within your heart in order to even appreciate the silence of, and also to respect the lives that we have lost because of this, right? Who we live in their memory and love in their memory, then it's only so that's the sentence I can say for you, right? And if you need more elaboration and explanation, I'll tell you one time, right? Because how do you prove it? Well, there's ways to do that, but is you ready for that? You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna make sure that somebody else need to know exactly that we going through that, going down that road or up that hill? Okay? Because it's happening every day, because behind closed door and out in the open, but you would never notice it because you already have a fixed assumption, a fixed conviction, right? As far as naming a child, though, you have to agree with that woman on that name, or you have to agree that it's going to be up to you, or it's going to be up to him. Otherwise, legally, even down to legally, that child cannot be named. Just one name. You have to sign on paper, cuz, that you agree, even just to name the baby. So that is how. So somebody say, well, who is God? What is God? Y'all thought you said you was a God. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're paying attention, man. For one, I've always, for me, and it's not only this, and it's really as significant as you want to make it, as you don't deny, and that is far more significant than it ever would even need to be for anything. God is love. Okay? Now, love is not a name, it's not a word to begin with. We can put a word on that too, right? But we can also not put a word on that. Okay? And as much as we would put a word on it, it has to match whatever it is we are not putting a word on, my nigga. Otherwise, you probably want to not mention it, right? You got to hear it sometimes in order to connect the pieces, connect the dots, right? Maybe one time, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, that's when you know it's real, when you can't even help but have to say that shit. And you wouldn't even say it, right? Because you understand that it's not a word, it's an action. That is God in itself, cuz. That is God, nigga. Literally, man. Come now, my nigga. Don't look, my nigga. Let's get into it. Speak on it. Right? You hear me, right? Real schnizzle dress. Right? That's why you got tattoos saying fuck love and all that. I understand all of that. Trust me, I would never get a tattoo. Maybe wear a t-shirt, you know what I mean? To a rave or some shit. I don't know. But my nigga, that's why you can be as fucking offended by it not being what it is you felt like it would have, should have been, or whatever. Like, you know, it either is what it is you wanted to be, or don't. It's not nothing you would worry about. But that's, you can't even ignore the shit, right? Niggas say I like you, okay, well shit, yeah, okay, whatever. Oh yeah, sure, whatever. So what? You like me? Thank you so much. Nigga tell you the next day, I don't know if I like you. No, oh, well shit. Hopefully you like me again. Fuck you, basically. Right? Nigga say I love you, then the next day nigga say I don't love you. You gonna fucking murder that nigga, yo. niggas will look at you like, yo, like, who is this nigga? I was right there when he first told you that shit for the first time yesterday and saw you smiling until you was crying. Now the nigga say he don't, and it feel like he just, like, it even mattered that he said he did to begin with. You understand? That's because it's set in stone, yo. It can't be not what it is. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, coming up, that's something I always learned, right? That's something that I was exposed to. As far as, and that's something that I know that I just, not that I believe, it's just something that I did never deny, and so I could see the different parts of it in enough ways. But of course, that's not even nothing near of all of what Allah is, has been, and will be. It's not even, like I said, Allah is everything. It's all. Okay? Everything. In any time. Okay? Now, as far as love between imperfect humans, a love between imperfect humans is one part of love in itself, right? But that's what brings people together and keeps them together. That's what makes whole nother person. Okay, yeah, of course, you can make a person without the love, but that's not because, it doesn't matter if the love is there or not, right? That's just a reverse in itself too, as well, right? It's completely different. It's important. Like, that's part of it. That's just half of it, right? But even then, when it comes to the human being, right? With God's creations, yes, right? A nigga say to me, well, what is God? Who is God? I'm saying to myself, I'm hearing myself say God, right? For another person to hear me say, should they so happen to, uncover my campaign and be interested in my poetry, well, how am I comfortable? Well, I don't want you to get it mixed up, for one. And so I'll go ahead and volunteer that information because I have no shame, nor do I have anything to be shameful of when it comes to why I can feel safe, in which it's not about safety. I can feel not comfortable, but not justified, but I can live with, right? I can not think twice about so much, because first of all, I'm not even going to mention that word unless it's a universal sort of notion, for one, right? Like, anything I'm speaking on, I wouldn't expect for you to take it as law, but if you did embrace what I'm saying as law, I'm going to consider the magnitude of that, and even opening it up for review to be experienced, or, you know what I mean, to be heard, to be seen, because I write and I speak, right? I kick bars, and I'm a spoken word fucking presenter. Yes, I'm a spokesperson as well as an MC. I'm a motherfucking ambassador and laureate. Okay, I'm a motherfucking what do you call it? Me. I'm just me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boss, nigga. I'm a motherfucking killer, nigga. Fuck you mean? Okay. I happen to be, okay? Real talk. Why? Well, shit, man, because we living in this fucked up ass world, you know what I'm saying? And it's a dirty job, and we gotta keep it fun, you know what I mean? For the youngins, so, they shoot them up, bang, bang, but it's like at the same time, there's degrees of that. You want to be able to still love and experience and enjoy love too, because love is dangerous, for one, right? It's a lot of intense energy, like I said, omnipotentness involved with that. Not even just the word, but the exchange, even between imperfect people, right? So when we live in this killer ass, murderous ass setting of an environment that is this planet, that is why people shy away from intimacy, from sensuality, from spirituality, from compassion, from even just open, honest connections. Why? Because it's worth everything. Because it is everything. Right? If God is everything and God is love, then what is love worth? Shit, we see it's been worth a lot. There's a lot of people behind bars to this day, nigga, because of what the worth of love was to them, at least. No. There's a lot of people underground right now, yo. Because of what the love was worth even to them, they took they self out, let alone somebody might have took them out behind what the worth of love was to them. What the worth of lack of love was. No. Right? That's just how I see it. Right? That's one way it can be seen, I suppose. No. As far as what is God, though, also, in God being everything, God absolutely is myself and my queen. Yes, it's the kingdom of love. Love is a castle. Love is a house. Is it a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. You know what I mean? And within this house, you have a man of the house, and you have a woman of the house, right? And then you have a family that's nurtured within that house of love. Yes? Now, when a man and woman come together on the same accord, I'm talking about like-minded. I'm talking about evenly yoked, okay? I'm talking about balance, right? Which is that masculine and that feminine, right? That contracting and that expanding, yes? That socket and that plug, no? That currency then flows through that aligned connection, yes? Now, you can have a socket and a plug, but if it's the wrong size, there's different, you know what I mean? Different fixtures. You feel me? You got a European plug for you feel me? It's just don't made to go like that. That's what I mean by evenly yoked. That's what I mean by balanced. You know, that's called chemistry, okay? You can't help who you love. You can't help what the heart wants, my nigga. Right? You can be disciplined, you can be discerning, you can be shameless, or you can be integral about what your heart is wanting, that you can't necessarily control, but you can at least manage. You can at least respect. You can at least, master, maneuver, not manipulate, but manage. You know what I'm saying? You can then command and captain, you feel me? As the king of the kingdom, that is the house of love, the castle of love. And her being that queen, if that's what she's made to be, in the castle that you are sharing, because it's not yours in any more than it is hers, right? It's not nothing without her, right? You can't have two kings in a castle of love. I don't know what kind of castle that is, right? It might be some imperfect love, imbalanced love. Not for me to say, but like I said, there's the two sides of it, right? You got this imperfect love between humans, and as I was getting at, then you have that, you feel me, that exalted love, right? You have that extends, right? That surpasses, that's beyond just anything that you can name, anything that you can touch, anything that you can change, right? Anything that you can name, anything you could touch, anything you could change, anything that you can control. It's just different. It's advanced. right? It's mature. It's mature, as in that it has grown. It is already grown, and that you grow to it. You grow to the love. You grow into mature love. You grow into divine love. You grow into devotion, bro. Okay? Because you got desire, you got devotion, right? You know what I'm saying? You got lust, you got love. Now, lust in itself is obsession, you feel me? And that can feel like you love something so much because you need it, or it's like you like it past the point of liking it. But if you love how much you like it more than you love it itself, and that's what it's going to show you, and that's what, trust me, I done told you this before. You can't help who you love, my nigga. It don't change that this nigga ain't shit. That you love him. You can't help but love the nigga. It can be hurting you that you love them. Love supposed to feel good, no, right? No, well, shit, no, that's not love, nigga. That's like, that's pleasure, family. It's part of the love, right? It's a reward, yes. You feel me? It's a plus, it's a bonus of having that other person who's there to understand you, there to complete you. But sometimes completing a person means fucking depleting a person. You understand? Like, for instance, this is something I thought I had the other day that I didn't even say nothing about. You know, like, that woman, man, your woman is gonna be someone who break you, dog. Because why? Because she's the one that's gonna put you back together. That's gonna be there when you're putting yourself back together, right? That is safe for you to fall apart. Not really necessarily fall apart, but the different parts of you that are not all the way shaped off, right? Even if they are, you still gotta do, you feel me? You gotta live through it. And even as strong as you can be, stronger than anyone else she ever known or you ever even known, you can still be stronger. And what's gonna make you stronger is you being able to break apart in ways that you wouldn't have not been able to, because of course, nobody else can handle it. Why can't they handle it? Oh, because they don't have you also with them handling your shit. Right? Just like she's got you with her handling her shit that you might even be bringing out for her to handle. But it's not for you to be like, oh, well, fuck you. Oh, well, nah, shit, you just want to go fuck another nigga. What? Bro, okay, well, shit, so what, nigga? Do you love her? Or do you just want to have her over somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Because once she gone, then you gonna know. You trying to make sure nobody else had her and keep her from being over there with whoever else, nigga, until nigga, she come back and you be like, oh, damn, I was tripping. Yeah, nigga, you was tripping. Now, not tripping wasn't gonna necessarily keep her there. However, if that's the case, then why you tripping? You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit finna keep her there except for her choice. And that's the beautiful part of what I'm saying to you. It's a joint choice. It's freedom. It's two freedoms multiplied together, nigga. The beauty of choosing a person that chooses you, cause you can do nothing but grow within that. Right? Now, that may change. They may not like you tomorrow, but they still love you. Why? What brought you together wasn't the like. What brought you together was something more than just having somebody, right? Whatever it is, it can be many things. It's all things in anything is the part though, like, huh? Right? And that's why it never be enough, my naga. Never be enough. That's why that's why niggas done took they self out. That's why they done took they spouse out. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? It ain't never enough. They might not even be married, man. They might have went on one date, man. You better be careful out here, man. Real talk, man. Understand it. I understand it. I'm not afraid though. Why? Because I stand on my word. I stand on my actions. I stand on my connections. If I make on my choices. If I make a choice, then you don't gotta go full-fledged every time. You gotta fill it out. Okay? You have to fill it out. Like, everybody's made differently. She can handle one thing and then she can handle another thing. Now, both of them together can handle a whole nother thing. You understand, right? And that's something that's needed too. That's happening already anyway, as far as love go, right? Because you ever love two people at the same time, family? That's possible, family. And it's a trip because you can feel me. A lot of times what leads you there is your lack of faith in love, or you feel me, your non-operation in the realm of love, because that would even make it to where you just able to do whatever else with multiple people, right? Or not. It's not always that, right? It could be that it's just that loving and you're accepted, right? It's open to where it's like, oh snap, now you get the opportunity, but that's also rare, right? But when that does transpire, yes, and I'll get back to naming a baby in a minute, as far as how man and woman together is God, and that's what God is the family, man, woman, and child, just like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. No, is creator. No, is at least the gateway. Okay, anything that you do as far as your service and devotion to whatever sort of belief you have is going to directly involve that gateway that is her and it, that comes from you as we, the two of us. Okay? Right? So we don't want to dilute it. We don't want to confuse it. We don't want to convolute it. Right? We don't want to dilute it. We don't want to confuse it. We don't want to convolute it. You understand? So, as far as two people though, and having love between two or more imperfect humans, right? And it's like love it can't be had, it can't be held, it can only be served, it can only be felt, it can only be loved. Love can only be loved. Nothing else you can do with love except for love it. Now, love involves sometimes learning it. Love sometimes involves ignoring it sometimes. Right? Love sometimes involves changing it. You know what I'm saying? Rearranging it, adjusting it, enhancing it, advancing it, replacing it. Love is all encompassing, right? It's nothing that's not love. So whatever replacing you're doing, only feel like it don't look like you're replacing it, but you got to go there, right? Because that's love make that possible. All things are possible through what? Through God. Yes. And God is what? Well, I'm gonna say whatever it is. God is man and woman together is what we said. No, not necessarily just them sharing the love, but that's one element of it, at least for you to be able to guide. That's definitely a marker. That's definitely some sort of, you know what I'm saying, indication. It's a coordinate to that gateway, right? It's access, the access code, literally, to the gateway, my nigga. Try to go through your life and don't never say you love somebody, cuz I did it. I've done it. I do it, my nigga. It's who I am, cuz. It's not nothing I'm proud of, man, because like I said, it's very dangerous, man. Okay? And it's not nothing I'm proud of because you know what, man? It hurt, bro. Love is pain, brother, is what love is. You ain't hurt. That's why I'm not proud of it, my nigga. That's why my brain is my heart, cuz. Because my brain is bigger than my... You know what I mean? I know my brain better. No. You know? It's a lot more camouflage than my heart is. My brain. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's like, when you think through it though, you know what I mean? You can't get all emotional about the pain, man. You can't take it personal, is why I'm the man with the heart for a brain. It's because my brain is my heart, right? Not because, oh, you know what I mean? You gotta be smart. You gonna love somebody, that mean you gotta serve them. That mean you're responsible for your contribution to their happiness, right? And it's not necessarily all on you, however it can be, let it be. You know, and that's what's gonna shape you. That's what's gonna train you to become even a better person, a better lover, a better whatever it is you are. If you ain't a lover, you's a hater, nigga. You don't wanna be a hater, right? That means that you're gonna have to train yourself as a lover. And that means that taking that responsibility for whoever it is who God put in front of you, yo. Right? Whoever it is, it could be a stranger. You ain't gotta like them to love them, yo. You ain't gotta fuck them to love them, cuz. Right? But don't hate them. Don't judge them, especially if you don't love them. So I know, like I said, I'm loved beyond, you know, I'm blessed. The blessing is to be loved, is to be blessed, and to be blessed is to be loved, like I said in 2015. Right? Now, that's the whole part. That's just that blessed loves that I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking about feelings, my nigga. I'm speaking about service. I'm speaking about everything. It's not one thing, like I said, that you can even refer to it, you know.